on to the electric company. Oh, my lights are shut off. But here go my baby Ab.
Really wasn't in danger of being eliminated. And
say, you know, our side or tell the truth.
Isn't he so
like,
cute?
y'all didn't see me.
We had a date, a group date. They did not show. And that
For real.
Interaction at all.
Never.
It was really them having conversations and then them choosing just to show like facial.
Okay. And that's no shade, no shade.
So I think you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, I live my life great. Like I'm a great.
But it's real quick. So we're doing real quick.
With that scene and everything, of course, there was a lot of stuff that was cut out.
Love that. I love
You're
that.
not communicating with them. So that's when I said that.
Do whatever you want. You know, when you're in the.
You know, I need an acting job or something. They gotta give me something for that, right?
Like, go back to high school. I don't have time for these bullshit ass
Years
games.
alignment. And then coming on screen.
Do you remember taking this picture and some dude pulls up,
like, you know, saying my opinion, and then I was like,
she's gonna try to come back and like she's gonna be like, I would.
You never give us. I think you did give us an amount the last time I spent.
You can either find a location and go pick up the product.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like he was just like, you know.
Because she did know. Of course, we got.
You hold me down if you like my people and you really and not really,
because we have to look at it like
some stuff could be happening with David and Leah. We was like, oh,
okay. So and
this to me is my favorite cast. Not to offend anybody else, but
like say it's something about her. I can't put my finger.
We never thought we do, and we did it, and we made
like,
it, and
like we said too. They probably didn't. Well, I don't think. Well, okay, I don't
find it. What was cute and what was funny is
y'all be nice.
Watching reality show, since people of color
and not be there. So everybody is different.
I'm dating him too. I don't think she knew he kissed me. So that day.
first Miami season.
About each character.
All right, guys, welcome back to Commission Review. Y'all come on in. Girl, boy, whoever. Hey, it was a lot going on last night. Okay. Baby, people was hitting me up. Girl, come over here. Girl, come over here. I'm like, oh, what is going down on this interview streets? Okay. So, open chat. I'm going to be playing the audio of the interview. As the interview goes, I will give my opinion. I will also read your comments out loud. You know how we do. We're going to break down this interview like we did Jessica. Okay? But most of it, I really want to get to the part where Maurier is there. So I'm going to play some Chris talk, and I kind of want to get to the part we're talking about Jessica, to be honest. But I'm going to play some and go through it. When y'all see me getting close, say, Kamisha, you're getting hot. You get warm. Stop. Okay? Here we go. Cash App, Commission Reviews. Hit that like button. So I got to say it again. Okay? Join the membership. Hit the like button.
Single day. You know what I'm saying? So when I get out there battling, I'm not trying to battle in my household. You know, and that was the beginning of me repeatedly saying that. Like, hey, my woman got to be my safe zone. They got to be my comfort zone, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of my culture, and that's part of I would say a good man, a good black man. That ain't even a culture thing. You know, I would say if a man wants peace, you're gonna want that in your household. That's your sanctuary. You know. Yeah. And then,
but Chris, let me ask you this: was this a one-time thing, or this was something that was happening
continuously? You know, if something happened one time, you know, we don't give it a pass. But if it's a redundant thing,
right. That's why I was
like, yeah, it's like, okay, all right.
This is no shade. This is no shade. Who is the brother up there with Crystal? And there's no shade. Again, it is no shade. I don't know who he is.
So, you know, and at our age, it's hard for someone to adjust if they've been a certain way for a long period of time, unless that's an individual that seeks understanding. You know, because I don't get mad and when people say all these negative things about me, because I feel that they don't have an understanding of me. You know, and the people that speak good, you know, okay, they either like me and just blind to it, or they understand me. Those two scenarios. You know, even in the midst of all this, I even had someone reach out to like, hey, It's just if you want to talk about this, if you want to get public with it, and we all and find out and go dig deeper, I'm okay with that. And she declined. So if I had ill will towards her, why would I reach out, olive branch to her on that part, because two things can be right at the same time. We both was wrong throughout this process, and there was times that we both was right.
Yeah.
So that's where it started. That was the nucleus of it.
Okay. Now she said that she brought you food, and she made it clear that that's not something that she does all the time. But she also said that you were not consistent. And one of the things I did get about Jessica is that she doesn't seem like she's fake, right? She seems like she's very much like what you see is what you get. And she said, he was not reaching out to me. He was not pursuing me. And so she said she didn't, that's not usually her way of handling, getting to know a man as being the more aggressive one. But she said when you brought out that she was not.
And it was talk about leadership and women roles and all the other stuff too, because I'm gonna elaborate because that's three examples of a strong Black woman that knows how to be soft and knows how to make a man feel comfortable with anybody comfortable, not just a man, but just anybody comfortable, you know. So I would say that's why things started going the way they went because I saw a path envelope. When my ex said that I wasn't there, I wasn't whatever for her, that was the very first time I heard it on national television. So I'm like, why didn't you say that during a relationship? Maybe things would have been different. I don't know. So, and at that moment, instead of me saying something else, I just apologized because that's her real feelings. Whether she said it on a reality show or she said, in my back patio, that's her real feelings. And that wasn't my intention. So I immediately apologized. That was my reaction on that, but, she put a little extra on it, but Jessica did, because it was a quiet place, and she did come in, kind of abrupt, and it seemed like they were kind of like at each other a little bit. Me and Aries kind of was just there, but because they're both very smart individuals. Jessica's smart, my ex is smart. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that your ex was saying that? Do you think she said she was in servitude and all that to get at Jessica for Jessica not to like you, or what do you think she said that for?
Well, I think she knew she wasn't good for me. You're gonna always protect who you love, and the way you do it is up to you. But she did do a lot of things, she really did. And then she also was telling Aries, there's not one thing that this man wouldn't do for me. If it was 3:00 in the morning and I needed he would drive to Oklahoma to do whatever, change the flag, just go get a cup of coffee or whatever. And that's the type of man I am. So y'all really ain't seen how bad it gets. Y'all really haven't. For Black America. She was like, I asked Aries, you hear that? Aries said no. So which I already know who was the mole within the guys, which we'll get to that was going back and delivering the gospel.
Wait, not the mole.
In their words,
The mole.
So,
let's stop and talk about the ex date, because I remember just from what we saw when Jessica arrived, the energy kind of shifted, right? At least that was it. But then the ex, was she serious when she said that she was just in servitude?
Me and Aries laughed so hard about that. And so so one thing Kat told me, Kat was saying I'm getting Aries. Kat was like, they wanted to write you in as a controlling Nigerian. It's like they picked the wrong Nigerian because you're far from it. I said, I know. And so Aries was like, she did not like Jessica. She put some extra hot sauce on that chicken, And so no offense to any vegans, but she said she put some serious meat on it. And so so I was like, nah, my ex phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? She did do all those things, but we was on and off for a long time, and I wasn't pushing the envelope. When my ex said that I wasn't there, I wasn't whatever for her, that was the very first time I heard it on national television.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, why didn't you say that during a... Because I'm thinking like workout shoes. I'm thinking like
I'm trying to get the part you're talking about.
I don't know, Peloton. Like I'm thinking about all the stuff I'll just get it real quick.
Hey, Kim on Chicks TV.
And so she's
not
like,
fake laugh.
Let me get it. She needs some sliders. I said, okay, well, here's my information. Got it. I called somebody, a driver, to go pick it up and bring it to the mansion where we was at. And I tried to get.
Did I skip the part about Jessica?
to an off camera.
She was combative in her conversation with me, but I am saying I didn't understand what the issues were. That's why I wanted to see from you, like, the hell happened. We did not ever hear what happened, but she also was clear that she didn't want to talk about it. She wanted us to go to her podcast and hear. So that was
there
you go.
Oh, and that's fine. So I asked you for examples. You said rude, like, because this is why I'm asking. There's a lot of chatter online, right? That is basically saying that maybe Janelle said something about you. What is there something that happened that you did not like, that you said, okay, I'm done with this girl, I don't want to deal with her at all?
A multitude of things, right? And it was consistent this is what I always thought, if I can watch someone disrespect or treat somebody else bad, what's to stop you from treating me like that, right? The only reason why you're nice to me is because you find me attractive, you know. But if you're treating the waitresses bad, the bartenders, the production, if you're doing all of that, nah, that's not gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you belittle people and you talk, like she felt like if she's telling me where you come from and your prestigious family and all those, so that's gonna impress me because of where I'm at. Nah, that don't mean nothing. Like it's about your character. And you can't treat somebody horrible and then think, you're gonna treat me better? Nah, because you talking about them and I'm not there. You talking about me.
That's true.
You know, so with that consistency throughout the dates, every single day it was something. You know.
So let me just get this straight.
Go ahead.
Are you saying, because when we talked to Jessica, she said that she has never treated anybody bad on the she said that she feels like no one could give her any examples, and people are taking Janelle's, because we've seen Janelle's behavior on camera.
Yeah.
Janelle has said some things to people on camera. Her and Tequila went back and forth. By the way, happy birthday to Tequila. I saw her in
Happy birthday, T. Love you, mama.
Happy birthday to her. I want to, make sure something at the end, but happy birthday, Tequila. But we saw Janelle mentioning Kira's purse. We saw her calling the other girls ugly. We saw her going back and telling Kira that she didn't like her. Like, we saw, I feel like, I don't know. I know she's, she lost a family member, and I know she's gone through. I think sometimes people go through things and they take things differently. I have a book titled Dear Alpha Female. It's not you. And I will say for myself and a lot of women that I know, I don't know Jessica, but a lot of times fear of being hurt causes women to put up. And Tommy had Maurier.
Maurier, at the end of the day, Maurier wanted to be with Aries anyway, but Aries won't have it.
About all the other men said, no, I've never seen that side. She said, you didn't say that. People are seeing him say that. What happened in the men's lounge? Did the other men agree that Jessica was that way? What happened? And what did you think about Maurier all of a sudden being like, so upset? And like, what the hell happened there?
Hey, everybody that's on the chat, please pay attention to the words coming out of my mouth. All right, so Maurier, he was the one that knew that was a triggering word for her.
Okay.
So, and if let's say 4 individuals are saying the same exact word, right? But you only show one person saying it the 4 times. Now that a word is attached to that one person.
Yes.
If you look and further notice, Q even said it was a collective decision, right? Maurier, like, man, I knew I messed up. That's why he was so sad around that room. I mean, one, he heard her, you know what I'm saying? And then he was the one to deliver it. He chose to say that word. So now, let's go to me with the association of that word. The very first time I verbally said, you are combative, was at that table when I was getting eliminated.
Yeah.
The second time I verbally said she is combative was when I did what's called a pickup right before the reunion when I had on a blue suit, and they played it in real time, like I was saying it in real time.
Okay.
Before that, I said we've had combative situations. She showed trace of being combative, maybe like a combative moment. I didn't just say that was her. And
now, wait a minute. Did he say that before? A trace of combative, a combative moment, a combative situation, a combative air, a combative look. Like, bro, This word is living its own. Hashtag combative. Okay? What the hell? Oh, Avita, I interviewed Marvin, Leanne. I just interviewed Chris and Kira. and it was, man, they all said some stuff. Where do you think I got the alliance from?
And we're getting confused and like the word, like it's not a bad word. You know, that was the word that I felt the best word to describe what it was, and that was the closest. That was true, and everybody in DFW felt she was combative. Everybody, all the people in the cast felt she was combative. It's just that it was attached to me because I caused her pain by rejecting it. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. Even once I had the phone conversation before her meeting my ex, I said, hey, we still can be cool. I was still nice. I was still like, hey, how's your day going? Trying to maintain a friendship, but I didn't know how big of a sting, you know, that was to her ego, you know, because no one likes rejection, you know, at all. But
especially on a show like this, because it brings out, thank you, Janika, it brings out the competitiveness.
Yeah.
So it's more than just getting rejected, like you don't like me, but it's also I want to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the thing. So let me just be clear, Chris. I'm not trying to be redundant. I just want to be clear.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So when you guys talked about it in the men's lounge, everybody agreed it was a collective decision, because this is way to say, when we saw the girls talking, Janelle said, we've heard that before. And it made it sound like it was just you that said that, and you are the reason that she was put into the bottom two.
Mm-hmm. So yes, it was a collective decision. Now let me and most of them attest to this most likely. If you know someone's out in a witch hunt, right, and you're right there, and it was like, okay, I think Janelle said, I'm gonna handle who said it, even though.
Okay, at this point for me, I don't even care about the word. I'm at a point where combative literally has its own address. Because for the past 2 episodes, we have heard combative so many times, the word means nothing to me. I'm just literally irritated by hearing the word combative. Combative.
Like they got an uproar in that part. So as a man that doesn't like confrontation with a woman, why would all of us go in there and go at, like, what you want to do? You guys want to double team me on national television? You see what I'm saying? And so, and if someone used some incorrect word, like, okay, Chris might be afraid or something, who in that house is going to do something to me? Man or woman? Production, the birds, no one, you know? So it's not fear. It's being smart.
Yeah.
Let me pick my battle. I'm in this house and I had my other friends here, and I thank God when the production that sent me pictures I posted on my Instagram, how we were having so much fun, because I almost lost sight of that because of this situation right here. But I had a great time with my connection, with my friends, with Phil, with all of them. Like, we had a ball, you know. So my mindset was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna talk to them. I got all these other people that I love and care about and love me. You know, that's all I care about. So I'm not gonna continue to have no conversation with anybody else, you know. And even when they had the whole thing, maybe we could segue into that when we were talking about gender roles and CEOs and all that stuff. That's important as well.
That came up, and Jessica said she didn't want to talk about that. But I just wanted to be clear, because the guys, it made it seem like you didn't want to answer up to agreeing about that. And the other guys, all we saw was Phil say no.
Phil jumped out. I don't want no beat, no smoke. Phil, Eric, where your feet at? I don't want no smoke.
So I just want to make sure we're clear. The other men did have
that. It was a collective decision, just like, you know, Q said. You know, these guys' words. So I'm not making it up. And you got
collective decision. That still doesn't mean that the other guy said it. That just means that they agreed.
And then even with that, I think me and Lee had a conversation in her room, and at that point, I got kind of irritated, and I went up to Maurier and said, hey, you need to go tell this woman what you said, because it's messing up my situation. So you need to go, I'm going to do it. And even when he communicated, he spoke in circles. Like, he really didn't just say what was said.
He said he was upset that you didn't own up to it and you were the one that said it.
Yeah, exactly. So Messy Maurier, That ain't my words. I just saw it on a blog.
Wait a minute. That fool said Messi Maurier. No, he's not doing it. Oh, no, we're not doing it. Okay.
I thought it was catchy. So, but that's the thing too. Like it ain't. I wish that thing. I mean, everybody wish they could do things differently or whatever. But you
wait. Did Ebby say that? First of all, if y'all hear some of the review panel, community reviews, do not do the blog. That is so irritating. I don't know if we said that or not. Shit.
At the end of the day, you guys are going to see a certain thing, and it takes people like you in this platform to allow us to say what happened, and then the viewers decide on who they side with. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I really wasn't tripping, because at the end of the day, this is deeper than this small situation of this show.
Right.
You already love it is small, but these concepts, these things that we're struggling with affects all of us. So I love this conversation. You saw I was excited today to get on there. And then when you say Mo coming, because I heard a little bit of when y'all talked last time, you don't keep it real, so people are afraid of those real conversations, right?
Yeah. Let me stop you right. Okay, thank you, His Princess. Let me stop you right there. Who is afraid of a conversation? Yeah, I'm on IG. Who is afraid of a conversation when I have asked you, let's have a conversation? I'm not going to give you political questions. I'm going to give you questions because, yes, I want to give you an opportunity to speak your piece, but I'm going to give you those questions as well, But it's all good. It's all good in the hood, baby.
They are. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much, Shantia. Thank you so much. So let me ask you this before we move on to elimination.
Oh, okay, my bad, Annalise. I thought you were trying to follow me on IG, girl.
Chris, the women's lounge and the men's lounge were a huge issue this season.
Yeah.
Because there's supposed to be safe spaces.
Oh no.
I would even I would not suggest saying anything.
I'm trying.
Because
how are we gonna have a conversation? You're gonna come at me like that.
Hold on.
Bro,
it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
All right, Maurier. I sent you the link to DM. All right, and we were supposed to have Maurier on. We'll still have him on by himself because I want him to be able to tell his full story. But I do want to, him to be able to acknowledge what this is. So while we're waiting for Maurier to join, Chris, let's get to the elimination date. Okay. Jessica said she did not know that you were going to be there.
The link
she did not know that she was supposed to be the one to send you home. What was that conversation? Because obviously it was edited. I saw you about the hat going back and forth to where editing was just really, really, really bad. But I also have to know,
was horrible.
From talking to you the first time, something had to happen to make you go.
Hey, Chris, let me say this. I ain't gonna lie. The way you was gripping that glass, I didn't know how that shit was gonna go, man.
No. Don't say that, Mo. So you know what? Let's talk about this. So what you said, Mo. If you talk to Aries, Cat, if you talk to Aries, Cat, or Lee, one thing they're gonna say is that they feel safe around me. That's the key word. That they're gonna feel protected. In our culture, that's just not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I was so apologetic about the words that I used to that woman, because that's not me. If you line up 100, even 1,000 people that know me, that speak on my character, their experience, they will be like, Chris, that ain't you. And I feel horrible that I got to that point, on that point. So
and here's the thing, like, I believe you. I didn't see that energy prior.
You about to see, you got me playing in the background? You got me playing in the background?
Do I?
I'm just trying to make sure because I heard. I know you had the air on. Probably. I was just hearing something. I'm just.
Yeah,
I was like,
do have the air
it's
on.
struck a
Hold on.
nerve, but
How is it now?
not necessarily like I thought you was going to do something to her with the glass. I'm thinking you're just going to crumble it in your hand, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
But I was rocking with you up until that point. And I was like,
I get it. I get it.
Here's the thing, like you're a fly cool cat, and to me it was like, oh, he blew his cool right here on TV, and I'm just like, at a certain point, you know, your power is in leaving it alone, walking away, leaving it alone. That's your power, you know, in situations like that. But up until that point, like I said, I felt everything he was going. I don't know if I would have did the flip flop thing, but all the other stuff, I was rocking with.
Oh man!
But I know, I guess
this is what I'm saying. This is an open discussion, but the question is supposed to be serious because of the way he responded to Jessica. So in this space that they're in, we are laughing and kikiing, but the question, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It should have been taken. I feel like the question should have been asked. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Mo, he's being like, hey, you know, you cool cat and all of that. You know, maybe it should be crystal where it's like, and I'm talking about the same thing behind the energy. I'm talking about just that topic and the question. It just, they're all laughing and carrying on, and I'm pretty sure Jessica's watching and it's not laughing. And y'all know I'm not Jessica fan. That's just me saying that. Kimberly, do you feel different? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm just listening. I'm like, they asked the question. I'm waiting for him to respond.
A lot of them are masters of not answering the question and acting like they don't understand the question. And I have so much to say about these interviews because a big part of me feels like this is all a PR cleanup for what they think. Oh, they let me turn. Thank you. For what they think maybe Black women may feel about the conversation because Jessica said something, but not everyone agrees with Jessica. So I wish he would just stand in his truth because all of this sounds like lies and fairy tales to me.
But you see what I asked Chris to interview. Actually, I met him in person. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. I'm just keeping it in a book. And you know that I would do it in person. It would have been big. And it would have been in person on top of the fact. Plus, I wouldn't have been asking. I would have been asking questions, but it would have been serious. There would have been no way for nobody to interrupt. I'm just being honest. There would be no way for nobody to interrupt. I'm not no shades. Nobody is. I promise you, it's not. But there would be no way for nobody to interrupt. And I would have took that situation serious because the way he spoke to her as a Black man to be on TV and getting loud like that. The opportunity of the interview is to explain, hopefully humble and redeem. And I just did not get that by just listening. I'm just being transparent. The whole.
Well, I got a question. What part of are we still on him lying, or are we on to the F you and everything about you? Okay,
he's talking about.
So
he's talking about that right now. This is what he's talking about. You see how they're being light? You can't even tell.
Well, I missed it because I was typing my name in.
But no, but either way it goes, the way they're being light right now, everyone, Mo is talking to him like you a cool cat. I just didn't agree with you about what you said. He's talking about what he was F you and all that kind of stuff. And he's kind of responding, he's laughing, and you understand what I'm saying? This is why, okay, I'm just gonna keep playing because Maurier is gonna come on.
Okay.
That or probably right after you probably felt the way like, damn, I said that, I kind of played myself.
And I apologized to her right then too. What I didn't like because later on, like she posted something about he flipped the table on me, then a chair and all the other stuff. You know, she had to take it down because it was a lie.
She said you were standing over her.
No, Evita, it was. I'm just talking about the energy. Maurier hasn't even come on yet. I'm just talking about the energy of how I don't know if Chris is being serious. I'm just saying before this moment, if you listen, it just seems so like I don't know. It's just me. I'm just gonna keep playing.
What triggered you to make you that angry at her?
It was a plethora. It was a plethora of things. The conversation, and I even went deeper And I was talking about my roots, my heritage, and everything like that. Is how we are as far as men, and then how we respect each other. And I'm like, I'm always gonna respect you. So show me the same amount of respect as a man, you know. So and that all that exploded before I even found out what Tommy said. I didn't even care what Tommy said at that point. You know what I'm saying? So that happened prior till. It wasn't because she said that I exploded. That doesn't make sense, you know. And then she looked up, started walking away. Like I tried to leave 3 consecutive times. Once when I first got there, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna be nice, you know, I'm gonna get through this or whatever. But it was a setup. It really was, you know. With that, I'm like, come on, man.
We're gonna bring Maurier in. Maurier.
What's up, Maurier?
Okay, there go Maurier.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a man. Don't call me boy. Don't play like that.
Oh, shit!
Girl, he said a plethora, but only named one example.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, let me replay this again. Hold on. Let's get right back. When he came out, hold on, we get right back.
I just said.
Hold
on.
First of all, welcome to the show.
Man, come on.
When you came up to that room, Lee was getting on you. Hold on, let's backtrack.
Keep going. Prior till it wasn't because she said that.
I want y'all to hear when he first come on.
You know, she looked up, started walking away. Like I tried to leave 3 consecutive times.
He finna come on. Just listen.
I first got there, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna be nice. You know, I'm gonna get through this or whatever. But it was a setup. It really was. You know, with that, and I'm like, come on, man.
We're gonna bring Maurier in.
Listen to what Chris say.
Maurier.
What's up, Maurier?
What's up, lying ass boy? You're a boy, bro.
Okay, hold on. Maurier. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. First of all, welcome to the show.
Man, come on.
I'm sorry.
How we gonna have a conversation? Don't come at me like that.
Bro, you literally just called me. You just called me Mr. Mario. Chill out.
No, she called you Mr. Mario. But
you lying again. You lying. You're the only person that's been shown as a liar on TV. When you came up to that room, Lee was getting on you. Hold on, let's backtrack. With all these so-called fake connections that you had, you know you did not have not one single one of them connections. Jessica was your real connection all the way up until your edge day. You said Jessica number 1. I think that to be true because we shared the same connection. Moving forward, and when the X day came back,
can we read him?
All of a sudden, Jessica was your number 1 date up until it didn't start. No, everybody in the text, did that conversation of him even make sense about why Jessica all of a sudden got turned on by him? Just because narrative is pushed that she is.
Go back and listen to what she said about that date when she said, "Oh, I kind of like."
We heard the lies already. We got all this stuff.
Okay, hold on, Chris. Let Maurier talk.
Okay.
Yeah, let's debunk this stuff real quick. So you mean to tell me an individual who is being called by both men and women, everybody, that still shows no emotion, no expression. Meanwhile, you were somehow, some way able to turn her on by calling her a strong black woman. That don't even make sense, Chris. That lie don't even make sense. Let's put it together. Let's fast forward. She was your number 1 connection over every single person. You did not have no Aries in there. You didn't have no Aries in there. You put Lee in there towards the end. Now, get to the house trip. Did you or did you not walk up to me secretly on your phone, texting, and say, "Hey, man, I don't know what I'm going to do about Lee. I'm losing her"? Did you or not run out to a phone?
If I take, because I told you.
Wait a minute.
Pause it, Kamisha. Pause it.
Oh my God.
Girl, they cutting up.
Why is Mario dating Chris like that? Jesus.
Look, he put him on blast, but see, Chris ain't a real one because I would have put it back on his ass.
Oh, you
well,
ain't
who
never
was your connection?
I be giving it back. Oh my God.
You just sent your connection home for Jessica, and she don't want your ass. Like, look, I would have read his ass right back, but Maurier was eating him up.
Man, 8. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Woo! Hold on, let me see some of the comments. Avita! Oh, somebody said the meat pack of Maurier got all the beef. I'm so sorry.
Meatpack and Maurier got all the look. Maurier just needs to be happy he in the alliance with Jessica, Q, not Janelle and whoever else in it, because Maurier ain't had a connection since he been on this show. I don't know why he didn't go home second, third, fourth, or fifth. So he needs to be happy he got the screen time in his two small fashions. But I'm here for him eating up Chris because Chris is a liar. But just because Chris is a liar don't mean Jessica ain't on bullshit, and it don't mean Maurier ain't on bullshit too. Like half the cast on the bullshit. So I'm here for all this mess.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
Wait, can I answer? Can I answer? Can I answer? Can I answer the question?
Let him answer.
I just say, I said, Maurier, go and tell this one what said because you messing up my situation.
No, we're talking about
the same thing.
I'm talking about two completely different things. This was the note that you put on the phone before. This is the first day. We in the kitchen. We standing in the kitchen. We typing the note because we had a thing about the burgers are on the grill. We know we mic'd up. We can't talk. It's me and you in the kitchen. Did you or did you not do that?
Say that you're messing up my connection? Yeah, you was messing up.
No. You're talking about the bedroom, and I'm going to clarify that lie too. We're talking about inside of the kitchen. In your phone, did you or did you not text me about, bro, I don't know how I'm going to do with Chris, with Lee? Yes?
In what manner? What was I trying to articulate if I said that?
You were asking to see how can you create a connection between you and what there.
Let me tell you.
No, answer the question. Did you not do that?
This ain't even get no.
Let me tell you something. Now, look, I ain't even trying to be shady. I feel bad for Crystal. Cause baby, let me tell you something. If it was me up in that sucker, baby, I'll be coaching it. What happened? You said, well, oh, come on, she fell off. Baby, I'll be in that cup. Ooh. It's not an easy situation to be honest. I've had people go back and forth. But Crystal doesn't like, Crystal was like, I can't even get in to say nothing. Them boys that took over. Oh my God. Woo, Jesus Christ.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Me and you had a connection before we got to
beating around it. That's not the question I just asked you.
Bro, you can't just set me up and then I'm gonna say, did you say this?
Yes or no?
Maurier, let's because I don't think y'all are gonna get a answer out of.
Because he's lying. Y'all, the boy's lying.
So tell us your.
Crystal say, if y'all don't let me say this, okay? Let me say this, please. Crystal be trying to tell you, let me talk. Okay? Crystal, tell her.
From your perspective, because I was looking to talk to you on your own, but I will tell you guys, we don't really see a lot of connections, period, right? What do you say to the fact that a lot of people have said that you had an alliance with Jessica and Janelle? Because a lot of people have said that.
First of all, let's be clear. It has not been a lot of people. I have not said anything. I have not. I've been very, very good. Very, very good. Okay? That is not who said that. It started right here. I've been saying it for years. Let's not. But see, you know what? The Spirit's telling me. The Spirit's telling me to bring it back. Because she knows what it can give. She's telling me to bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. Okay.
And we see you and Jessica saying that there's a connection, but we don't really see it. We haven't been able to see it. I understand editing has a lot to do with that, but I want to hear from your mouth. What is your perspective on that?
I honestly would say editors played a role with everybody, not just me. In real time, my very first date was Janelle. Out of everything, out of group dates, out of individual dates, my very first date was with Janelle.
What?
My second date was with Aries, I believe. My third date might have been a group date, I want to say. But I'll say for the...
First of all, is this Chris' interview or Maurier's interview? I'm trying to understand. See, when I came in the chat while I was at work, people told me to come over. I didn't know what's happening. You know, you'd be doing something, you click in. I'm like, what's happening? Confused. This to me is a Chris interview which turned into now I'm gonna say this. Now y'all know I've had a line with Ready to Love. Everybody knows this, where I had Carmen, and all of a sudden Joy popped in, and P.O. and I forgot somebody else did too. So I've had the type of stuff happen. But I'm just saying, whose interview is it? Who is it?
Part. So like Sierra, they showed me and Sierra's first date. Me and Sierra did not actually have that date until like after the hold down. So like even that was like out of place, because I think they showed it in like the second, maybe third episode or something. But it was actually after like the hold down. So they haven't showed like literally any of, even the Kira date. That was actually a group date. Okay. That wasn't even a solo date. We had me, Phil, Jessica, and Kira had a group date at a beer spot.
Haitian Empress is like, why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, you so proud. Okay, I'm sorry.
Beer spot. So we all were talking. They did the little thing there, and then they split us up. Me and Jessica went first, and Phil and Kira stayed. They had their split, and then me and Kira went, and then Phil and Jessica stayed. But then they showed it on the show as if it was just a single day between me and Kira. So I think like with the show overall, I feel like they're focusing more on like storylines, drama versus of like showing the connections that was and connections that weren't. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And just allowing the people to, simply do a connection.
So did you really have who were your connections? Because Chris mentioned the fact that we did see that you wanted Kira, you were partial in her going home. And you did deliver the word combative. Did he tell you to deliver the word combative?
Yes, and Chris knows that.
Okay. So I mean, we heard it. We're gonna say it. Keep on teaching. You heard him say it. So production is to blame, and the reason for combative gate.
Oh, production told him to say it.
That what he just said. Okay, Avita.
Okay.
Thank you for coming, boo. That what he just said. He said Chris knows that.
So let me ask you. No, I don't know that.
Hold on, Chris. You're talking to me. You're talking to me. Because that's the word that you mentioned 4 or 5 times before that moment. That was the word that you mentioned 4 or 5 times before the moment. The same word that you lied and said that you didn't say, that you did actually say. And you said most of the time. Now, because Chris was talking to me. So when we do the actual, deliberation, the bubble date.
Okay.
Just for proof. See, a lot of times we just be saying stuff, but we don't be having. We actually got a screenshot right there.
Hold on, let me see this screenshot. Hold on, let me see.
Look close. I can screenshot it, recorded. On April the 11th.
Okay, you going to? He's talking about screenshot recorded, but you're not showing nothing, child.
Come on, Maurier, from your perspective, because I was looking to talk to you on your own, but I will tell you guys, we didn't really see a lot of connections.
Okay, here goes screenshot. Let me get the screenshot. Now, let me get the screenshot zoom in. I'll try to. I can't see a damn thing.
A screenshot.
He put his, I'm gonna show you. He put his, I hate to do this. And they really think people can see this. Hold on.
Got a screenshot right there. You look close. I can screenshot it, recorded. On April the 11th. That was the day we were there. In there.
Okay, hold on. This is a better screenshot. You still can't see it though.
But didn't he just skip over the question that Crystal asked him? Like, who was your damn connection?
There might be a reason for that. Then you said it earlier. And this screenshot is so damn small.
He's steady trying to prove that Chris is lying, like we don't have 2 eyeballs and didn't see for ourselves that he lied, instead of asking the question at hand. Who is your connection, sir? Who are you going to the Ferris wheel with?
Well, I can't even hardly see it. I don't know why he even showing that, but
look really close. The word combative is in there.
You can't hardly even see.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You put the screenshot up?
I'll put you. Hold on. I'm trying to make it zoom in. Okay, hold on. So I got a better screen. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it. But to me, I can't really. I should have sent you the other one.
I'm about to start driving again.
Okay, well, oh shit, I got to me.
But I don't care. If it's got to do with combative, I don't care because we all know that Chris said it, and I hope the rest of this interview ain't about it.
My thing, I don't know whether production told you why they used that word, but no,
because that was what was said. So
and it was a collective decision.
Your job,
we all
felt the Chris decision. It was the Chris decision.
Wait, but Maurier, how can one person send everybody home?
Yes.
So I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna literally explain the whole entire process, everything how it works. So you have 4 men at this moment that are left. Okay. We have me. I say my piece. Chris, he stays his piece. Quinn stays his piece. Phil stays his piece. He's the last one there. So in every episode, every lounge, we always say for the top people, for the bottom people. That's how it always goes, and you always normally go in the order. In the men's lounge, I can honestly say our lounges, we were normally majority rule. That's normally how the process went. Okay. So we get down to where obviously there's only 4 men left. Okay. Right. So now we're pretty much equal in this moment.
A really quick reminder about to get the lights.
Yeah, I know y'all at work watching me. Y'all better hurry up, hit that like button, subscribe before your boss come around the corner. Hey girl, we still going to lunch? Cause I'm hungry.
People that are in the bottom in the moment are both my connections at this time, right? Right. Head producer pulls me outside, pulls me away from everybody else. I'm not staying outside. He said, "Hey, I don't want you thinking that production has anything to do with this. These are your connections. This decision is left up to you." I said, "Man, well, hey, it's Jessica. I'm thinking that we just gonna go back. Somebody else is gonna deliver. I don't know if Tommy's gonna do it. I don't know how this is gonna work." Come to the kitchen. Quinn's asking, he's like, "Hey, so what's the decision?" I said, "Man, majority rules, bro. That's just how it works. Majority rules. So it got to be fair." He's like, "All right, well," Simone's like, "Hey, I need to come and talk to you." My bad, I didn't mean to say your name. But she's like, "Hey, I need to come and talk to you." At this moment, I'm like, man, I know they ain't gonna make me come down there. I know they're not gonna make it. I was gone for.
Okay, FYI, but be real. You can be honest. Simone is a producer. I follow her. I believe she follows me. And what he said, I'm sorry, I said your name, but Simone is one of the on production of Raised to Love, so he did bring her in. And this season, Dallas is really showing out.
The lawyer Simone?
No, production.
Oh, okay.
But not everybody knows she is, but he didn't step and said her name. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord Jesus.
5 minutes away from everybody else. If you notice, when we were all walking out, he said, I'm the back person walking out because I was the last person. They were already outside by the time I actually came down and walked out with everybody else, right? So she was like, "Hey, these are the things you got to say. These are the things that we're missing." And I'm like, "Man, why can't somebody else do?" Like, I'm fighting. I'm like, "Man, hey, go put the head producer. Bring him up there. Like, yeah, get somebody else. I don't want to do this." We're going back and forth just about doing it, right? So now it's already a hard situation. You're nervous. You're on camera. You're doing all this stuff. So now I'm trying to remember everything that's said because I have to say this verbatim. I even down to, as y'all can see on the notes, who you got to call first. Literally, who you have to call first. So this was said about Jessica. This was said about Sierra. I have to mention everything that's said about the men because I can't be in this space. I can't say, "Hey, it's so-and-so. Hey, it's so-and-so that says this. Hey, so-and-so says this." No, you have to say, the men feel that you are tall. The men feel that you are pretty. The men feel that you are cool. The men feel that you are combative. In this space, I knew, yes, and to Chris's point, I did know that there was a prison word for her. But for me, like I said at the house in front of everybody, that it was a 40-inch slip. Chris knows this to be true because I said that in front of him in the kitchen. When I did the apology.
That fool says a 40-inch slip. What?
It's a Freudian slip.
That's what he said. Because he talking about he knows that she don't like the word combative, but he said it. But you wonder why they call you messy. You putting a lot of stank and smoke on Chris, but in reality, Everyone is saying they know she don't like the word, so why say it? Regardless of who said it and when they said it, you know she don't like it. Man, stop the cab, bro. Why are you saying it? I'm sorry. If I was Jessica, I'd be pissed at Maurier too. I can understand that now. Like, you knew that. Regardless of what they gave you a piece of paper, you knew she didn't like that word was a slip. What kind of slip is that?
But how he know she don't like that word if they never said it before?
They both just said they both know that she don't like the word. Maybe she vocalized in the conversation. I don't know. But they both just admitted here just now they both know she don't like the word.
Well, they should have sent her ass home. Why they send Sierra home over Jessica if don't nobody want her?
Who? Nobody want Sierra. No, this is a hot mess.
But don't nobody want Jessica either.
Ooh,
and Jessica don't want nobody else there. So why they both should have took their ass home.
You did look like, man, I messed up.
I messed up, and I took accountability for it multiple times. I messed up by saying it. I did not plan to say that word.
But let me ask you this, Maurier. Just being honest. Was Chris the only man that felt that way about Jessica in the lounge?
Yes.
That's a lie, bro.
Wow. We
all felt like that.
We call
all of us. We all felt like that. Whether you gonna say it.
Who's the other person?
I said all, brother.
Okay, so let me feeling quick. All right, let's get them on the line.
We all felt like that.
On the line.
The women felt like that. The women felt like that. The producers felt like that. Everybody felt like that.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You told us that word you the trigger for.
You thought she started the rumors on you. That's what it was about. That's what it was. Let's be honest. You said it. And I said the same thing at the reunion. In your face, right here. I said the same thing in your face. To the house.
Look. I ain't telling you funny. I see. She probably rolled out, so she gonna do that. She like, no. Don't say it at the reunion. If it was me, I'd be like, spell it. Keep talking. Oh, Jesus.
Girl.
Maurier, let Chris respond.
It's fucking lies.
You can't call me for how my
Never go and think.
Hold on. Haitian Empress says we got 40 people watching and we got 24 likes. Before we continue with the shenanigans, by the way, make sure you guys go to my Teespring and go get on the review panel the shenanigans. Also, we got Pookie in there. Go check out the merchandise on Teespring. But really quick, you guys, please do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe. Okay, the like button.
Let me finish though. Let me finish. Show me the same amount of respect. You heard me say that before? Yeah. So you can't fault me for my experience. If I felt that way, we all felt it. I just used the word more apparently, and I said we had combative moments. It was combative situations. The first time I called her that was at the elimination, and when I did a pickup before the reunion, that was that. And when she called us out there, you're not gonna put me up on probably crucify all of us. If she felt it was just me, then come just talk just to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there in a witch hunt to where I'm gonna go to win. I'm not gonna do that. That's not no, bro. I'm not gonna do that.
Let me ask you this. Why are it's because like I said, I expect the women, we've seen the women fighting back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. But what's the issue with the two of you guys? Because you said we saw you on Friday's episode, like you were really physically upset because I feel like you didn't like the fact that Jessica was hurt, right? So what was
my God.
Were you upset because you had to deliver the message, or were you upset because you made the 40 and slip? What made you so upset to where you got up and walked
bullshit.
out? Or Jessica said production told you to walk out.
Production didn't tell me to walk out. Lainey was the Pacific production member that actually said to get up and walk out. Okay. Throughout everywhere, we had them all over. Now, what I will say to both points, it was actually I was upset about both. I didn't want to do the deliberation at all. Why would I be wanting to send either one of my connections home? I don't want to send either one. Send somebody else's connection home. I don't want to send them home. You know, And I was so, like I said, I was so focused on not saying it because I'm like, dang, I know this is gonna be a problem. I know this is gonna be a problem. Boom, messed around and said it. Dang.
Hey guys, just to clear things up, I'm not angry at Maurier. You know what I'm saying? This is all about the whole situation. Like, me and him disagree. I feel that he was being messy in some areas. He feel like I was lying about something. It's not a good understanding right now in a resolution and why we both feel how we feel. So if he got beef with me, that's a personal problem. If that's something you need to address, he can address it. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to bring him so we can have this conversation.
Yeah, he
like, I'm not trying to go back and forth and fight with him, on this at all, verbally nor physically, unless he chooses to.
We don't choose. We don't choose. It's the same space. I don't. It's not.
You said verbally or physically. They really want to whoop ass over this?
Oh my God, Jesus!
But he did say bring you up, Maurier, and I appreciate you saying that because I do.
Hey, Goody, yes, it was second interview.
Get a chance to explain your point here.
Bingo.
The problem is
she said. Listen to the words that she said. I noticed everything. She said, "I love that you can explain your point here."
No one likes seeing how that happens, right?
I'm being messy. I am.
Janelle had everybody together and said, "How could you guys think that it was okay to use that word towards a Black woman?" Margaret, my question to you is that word a problem or is the behavior a problem? If no one else saw that, if Chris had that experience, was he wrong for saying what his experience was? Because it feels like everybody just want to backtrack because they didn't want to piss anybody off. But if that was his experience, do you think he was wrong for honestly saying what his experience was?
In no type of form, Chris wouldn't be wrong about honestly saying what his experience was.
Okay.
I don't think that is not what the part is being called. People are asking the question of a false narrative blamed on someone with no example. That's what we're actually talking about. Okay. Now, when it actually pertains to words like combative, now I'm very, I think the consensus knows that I'm very serious about my culture. So, like, using certain words, I just don't fly with, and how we try to paint.
And being serious with your culture, bro, then why say that word if you that strong about your culture?
I literally just said it was a Freudian slip. I just explained it.
My apologies.
And I stand 10 toes down when I said it. I was wrong. I was dead wrong about it. In the same house, I was also the same person who spoke with both Janelle and Kat. Told both of them about using the word B. I was consistent with that from day one. And we had a whole production meeting.
About using the word what?
Using the B word. Like, I'm just talking about how we as Black people are perceived, how we talk about each other, the thing. There's no clip, there's no moment, there's no secret, there's no under the breath, none of that, where I said anything negative about no man nor woman. I never said nothing bad, even if that person wasn't a connection. Yeah. I never spoke ill, never said no little side jokes, none of that about nobody the whole time. We even had a whole boycott meeting, brought it up.
But I bet you Chris ain't in my chat. Are you mad at me, Chris? Like, real talk. Let's have a conversation. Let me tell you, this is my job as a blogger. You guys, go on television, and of course, you don't know the experience was going to be. Everybody's going to be different. You have to know if you're in it or till it's over. But in the midst of all of that, there are people like myself who will do commentary and speak about the things and the things that I always do. So if you're mad, I'm sorry.
Stay mad.
No, I said I'm sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. Let's go.
The whole situation up.
I said stay mad. Pause it, Kamisha, for a second.
Yeah, that's what you were doing.
Go ahead.
This is irritating. It sounds like two weak men arguing over something that neither one of them have stood in. Maurier can slip his lips to kiss my ass. Sir, you knew what you were saying. You knew what you said, and you said it to be messy. And this whole production told me to walk away. Once you walk back, why weren't you man enough to say Chris said it? Number two, Chris, if that's your experience with her, why weren't you man enough to say that was my experience with you? I'm sorry I said combative. Maybe I should have said argumentative. Maybe I should have said bitch. Maybe I should have said we just don't vibe together. Who knows? But why can't you stand in your experience? And why are these two grown ass men arguing over a woman that don't want neither one of y'all over some word? This interview is very weird to me, and none of them are asking the questions. Crystal is not asking the questions that we really care to know. We don't care about this combative word. I'm almost ready to fast forward.
Really and truly, I don't either. And I wouldn't be asking about the word. I'd be asking about
right.
Imagine this woman calling her man and say, this man is doing this, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's no way. If it's a man like me or Mo, even a man like Maurier, if somebody is messing with his sister or his mom or whatever, and it's not actuality, when we get there, we gonna change some lives. Like, that's serious. Like, so you can't play with it. You see what I'm saying? That's the most scariest thing, if you putting somebody in a position knowing good and well that you didn't have to put them in that position. Because when I said that, best believe I'm figuring it's gonna be a man in her life that's gonna come holler at me.
What?
That's what I thought. And I was open to it.
What?
Because I already know what comes with it.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's why I don't disrespect people, because I know what that other side look like. Y'all ain't seen what I see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you offered Jessica an apology.
Multiple times. I said, hey, I apologize. Nothing you did warrant me to say that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people like, well, she deserved it built up. I still don't think men should talk to women like this. And I apologize at the reunion. I apologize to her in her face. You hear I say it again because that's not cool. But let's stop pushing men to that limit. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop doing that, because that's not.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't think so. You are not gonna sit here on this damn internet and say stop pushing men. Now look, I'm not gonna lie and say that two human beings who are in an argument or doing this or doing that, okay, and women, we whatever. I don't even give a shit at this point. You do not put your hands on nobody physically in their face.
He put his hands on somebody?
No. I'm just making a generalization, because he had his hand on his finger. No, I'm saying just the aggression of because things can turn ugly. I'm not saying that anything that was gonna happen. I don't think it was. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, as far as black women and just how we get treated. So yelling and cussing and saying F your life and all of these things, bro. I don't want to hear none of that shit and say people shouldn't push you. Take accountability and be a man. Be a man and handle your own business and have accountability for your own actions. You choose to act how you want to act. You let her put you in that position. And allegedly, I wasn't there. But regardless, if you was my son, I would tell you, I know you got boys, I would tell my son, do not be a fool. If she being a fool, let her be one by herself.
Walk away. Just walk away.
At the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's in a bad shape. They're going to get a recording of only you and none of her. They're all going to be on her side. Now you're going to be one going in trouble and caught up. It ain't worth it. Period.
Okay, so now they own the F you and everything about you part.
They've done that for go ahead.
Okay. I agree. As a man, you can control your anger. You ain't have to say all of that. But mind you, he ain't. Girl, I don't want to be canceled. But I just gotta say how I feel. I don't feel like a man saying F you and everything about you, you don't know me, is that bad. Because like he said, we weren't there. And we've seen Janelle and Jessica's mouth. They got mouthpieces. And if you arguing with somebody, I don't feel bad when a man argues with a woman. Now, I do draw the line at hitting a woman or maybe calling her bitches and hoes and all of that, but I didn't see him doing any of that. All he said is F you, you don't know me. Now, should he have controlled his temper and just walked away? Yes. But I don't think he should be crucified for it either. I feel like this is a television show. It's not that serious. If he apologized, accept the man's apology and let him move on with his life. If you don't rock with his vibe and the way he thinks about women, because I don't agree with the way he thinks about women,
Right.
then just let that man be. You ain't got to follow him. You ain't got to listen to these interviews. You don't have to harass him on social media. Just let that man be. But I just don't feel like it was that bad, especially if he apologized.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. I'm not saying it's the end of the world, but it was awful to me. It was gross. Like you know, and we probably didn't see the whole thing. Just like we saw bits and pieces of what she did. I'm pretty sure we didn't see the whole full shabam. So what I'm saying is it's all ugly at the end of the day to
It
me.
is.
They controlled himself better and not have himself in that position. And whatever she said, he should let it be a recording of her acting a fool and him not acting a fool. I'm
He
not
should
saying
have.
forever. He'll live and grow and do all kind of things going forward, and it probably will change how he see things. But at the end of the day, it is a moment, unfortunately, that a black man is on TV. You knew you were gonna be
And
TV
it's
star
out
for.
there forever. It's
But
out there forever,
but be
unfortunately.
real. What I'm saying is, as a black woman, we know if we go on TV. If I go on TV tomorrow, I have a very, very loud attitude,
Yes.
personality, da da da. And so, but I'm also intelligent. So at
You
the end
also
of
you
the
have to
day,
be conscious of what you put out there.
what I'm saying is, I'm also intelligent to say that if I'm on TV, I would know. Yes, they know me to be this way, but they already gonna know I'm gonna probably be a tenth of what commission reviews normally is because I know I'm gonna be on TV. It's gonna be on there forever. I don't want to have no it's gonna be a fine line. But just like Dave Vaughn talk about that all the time, like she said she struggled. Bailey, same thing. She struggled as a black woman, and so black men have, they have it really, really bad as well. So
They
going
have the
in,
same thing. Yes.
I'm saying go as bad as well than being on TV and how they react. This is gonna be on it forever, forever. So it's like that. So you thought really putting your finger in her face and saying F you and F your life and going as far as you did, you could just win one F you. I think you said about 3, 4, 5 F you up in that sucker. Like, damn.
I only saw 2 FUs. I only saw 2, but I agree. As a black person in general, man or female, you have to be conscious of how you act on television because most not black people, but other races already think of you in that light. They already gonna think you're aggressive. They already gonna think you don't respect women, especially the stereotypes that Nigerian men have. And I'm not gonna say all of them act the same way, but most people, like from our Saturday chats, everybody put in the chat, oh, he Nigerian, that's how they act. And I'm not saying don't be yourself, but you have to be conscious of the things you say and do to women if you can't handle the backlash. And it looks like they can't handle the backlash or they just can't let it go. And I guess it's going to take a minute because the show is still going. We still haven't seen the reunion.
Wounds are fresh. Yes, wounds are fresh.
Right.
I honestly understand that. That's a human, situation. I get it. You're going to have those feelings. And it's going to, and when the reunion comes on, it's going to be, kicked up to 10,000.
It's going to go another cycle. Yeah. It's going to be another month of people talking about it because their memory is going to be refreshed. But the men apologized. I don't care. I say F Jessica and Janelle and everything about them too, because they want to hold everybody to this standard of how they should be treated, but they don't treat other people that same way. And what they needed is the right female to call them out. As a man, you can't call them out because people do look at men like you can't talk to women like this or whatever. But they needed the right female on that show to call them out because those 2 women, based on what I seen on the television screen, I don't know what happened off the cameras, but what I seen on the cameras, they don't know how to treat people or talk to people either.
Interesting.
And they just ain't came across the right one. Because if you came across one of my cousins, they would have cussed their asses out on the television screen.
Okay, so on the poll in the chat for YouTube, I put, do you wish that Chris had his interview? I'm going to say had, I put his interview by himself without Maurier. 52% said yes, 17% said no, and 31% said I don't care.
after listening to it, because I had only listened to the first 20 minutes at my desk,
Right.
and then I've been listening to it with you. After listening to the part with Maurier, I definitely think he needed somebody there to check him, or he would have lied through this whole thing. Even though I think Maurier lied a little bit too,
Right.
he would have lied through this whole thing. And Maurier is holding his feet to the fire on certain things that he can't lie about. And it does ruin his, like, he's supposed to have his minute to say his piece, and now
Right.
him and Maurier talking about throwing hands over the word combative. It ain't that
Right.
deep.
Right.
But yes, he needed somebody to come in like, hold up, sir, you lying. We just need somebody else to interrupt and tell Maurier he lying too. That's it.
Well, like I said, that was for Krista, that probably was a lot, a lot going on. She didn't,
Because her interviews are not this hype.
No, mine are normally this hype.
Her interviews are usually usually in the past, she could ask people a question and they would answer it. It seems like she asked people a question, Chris and Maurier, and then they just proceed to tell you what they want you to know. I'm like, this isn't an interview. They're just telling you what they want us to know, and it's not what we care to know.
Yeah, I've been muted everybody and said, God damn it now, what the tea is. Shit.
Kamisha, I gotta go back in the office. Thank you for letting me join your live on my lunch break. I had a good time getting my 2 cents out there because this whole thing was working my last nerve. But now that I've heard it and I've said what I had to say, I could fast forward past this on to the episode tomorrow night.
Are you covered on your channel?
Probably not. I said what I had to say over here.
That's not why I mean to say it. I mean, if you do it just for you to do it for your channel, man. You know how I am. So yeah, Kid My Cheeks may be doing it. Please go follow her on YouTube. She actually frustrated me with her YouTube right now. I have things I want her to do and she hasn't done it yet. But we'll talk later.
I gotta do it. It's the wrong time of the year for me to do new stuff. After Thanksgiving is usually when I have more free time.
Oh, we can't wait that long, girl. We can do it before that. But get your stuff set up. We can't wait that long.
I'm gonna get into it this weekend.
It is your time of year. I forgot. All right, guys. Go make sure you follow Kid My Cheeks TV. She is on YouTube. She is a content creator and she's popping. She's going back to her grind. It's this time of year she's really busy. All right, guys. Thank you, Kid My Cheeks TV.
All right.
Thank you, Mama. Bye. So, guys, we have been breaking down the interview and the little back and forth and the read of the year of Ready to Love with Maurier, baby. He was not playing. The waves on top of his head had him hot. Baby, he wasn't playing with the people today.
That's not cool.
So there was some suggestions, and I think Maurier kind of alluded to it, that some of the women question you, and from what I heard, question your sexuality.
No, at that point I didn't hear nothing about that. So after later on, then it was like rumors. I'm like, are you like, come on, man? And things that don't even pertain to me, I don't even know anything at all. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, like that was something like, man, I'm gonna keep moving because it's not true. You know, so when you think, if you see a man like me, you gotta find a way to try to turn me down. Because I don't lose in life and the people around me don't lose in life. Period. So you gotta pull from whatever to try to turn a man that's confident in himself. Yeah. And a woman too. If a woman's confident in herself, you can't find no flaws that you see. You gotta, he's showing his true self. That's the real Chris. That's this. Well, check my track record. Check the people that surround me that know me. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like check that. You can't. And that's why it don't even matter. That's why I said Chris on thing, whether good, bad, comment, whatever. I was like, hey, bring Maurier on because I'm not fearful of nothing that comes with it. Let's address it. Let's find a common ground. If Maurier tomorrow say, hey, what's up, bro? Get on the phone. I'm gonna answer the phone and talk to him. This ain't no personal thing with none of this. Right. You know what I'm saying? He might feel some type of way about me, but that's a personal problem to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no type of way about you, Maurier, but that's all I can say on my end.
But I can understand why he would feel that way when hearing you say that he was messy. But we're asked Maurier, did he take information back to the ladies? And I would just say every season this happens. Every season Pillow Talk, go from the lounge to the other place. This season it just got out of control.
Yeah, it was easy.
Aquila asked to be brought on. We're gonna have you on another day. I just think we got a lot going on today, and we don't want to add. I want to let the men get a chance to say what they want to say. But Aquila, I will definitely bring you on. We talked about having you back on before the reunion. I just think today we got Maurier and Chris. That's a lot. We're having a hard time managing it as it is. So Maurier, I do want you to speak to what was going on with you and Tequila, because it's difficult to see the men. We don't see you guys having any issue with each other. We've seen the men going back and forth, but when a man is going back and forth with women, that just feels weird. So where's that coming from?
Chris, I'm so glad you brought up that when a man is going back and forth with a woman, that is weird energy. Or when men are picking on and bullying women, that is weird energy. It's weird. It's very weird. Mm-hmm. Even lying on them, that's just weird. I will say this: if you think back, and again, I'm gonna allow the people to choose. Think back to the episode, the second, third episode, whichever episode is the first men's lounge. I believe it's the second episode. No, it's the third. The episode where Chris mentions, hey, I had a conversation with Tequila. She's stating that, something happened with one of the other connections, that they were spending more time working on something else. How it happened with me and Tequila, Aries, Tequila contacted Aries. This is what Aries tells me. Okay. Tequila contacted Aries to give, for Aries to give her my number. She said, hey, I'm just letting you know, Tequila asked for your number. To my knowledge, I honestly didn't. I thought I got Tequila's number from the Mansion Mixer, but I was like, "Dang, I thought I got it, but I didn't have it." So I told her this. I was like, "Yeah, give it to her." She's like, "No, I don't want to get in between anything. I'm just letting you just put it on your radar. When you see it next time, make sure you get a number." I was like, "Bad, cool." Producer, I addressed him producer. Not gonna say the person's name. I addressed him producer. Hits me up and was like, "Hey, Tequila, ask for your number. Is it cool that I give it to her?" I was like, "Yeah, I just actually it's funny. I was just talking to Aries about it. Yeah, go ahead and give it to her." Cool. Okay. We chopping it up. We cool. Everything's good. Me and Tequila have a good connection, conversation going on at the mixer. Tequila was like, I want to say like the second person I talked to at the mansion. We both sharing about family members passing away. We had us a little moment. We cried. Obviously, y'all see the moment where she's crying on camera. And I'm like, me and this girl, we was cool. We was chopping it up. I feel like we got something here. Like it might be a little bond or something.
The Haitian Empress, you know what? I can't make it with my chat. I cannot. Welcome, guys, to the chat. This week's reviews. We're almost at the end of the interview. We've been breaking down and talking about the interview. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. If you are new, get comfortable. We are almost done with this interview. We're breaking this down. Also, the premiere of my interview is Friday with Chris, the Curveball. There are a couple of clips that should be already up on YouTube where he spoke about Jessica. So you need to check that stuff out as well. Don't miss out. If you are a member, join the membership.
So let me go over here and check on it. I even told her she'll confirm it. I even told the camera, I'm like, yo, give this girl some time. Like, this is a real moment she had. And obviously, it's all first time. Everybody's nervous. Everybody's tensions are high. It's a moment. So I'm sure she probably dealing with a lot. So, check on it. So we still tight. We get to the brunch. Still cool. Get to the ladies' lounge. First day. I text her that morning. I don't get a response back until like later that evening. Get a long text message like, hey, I think you should be going to go focus on your other connections because obviously you've been spending more time with them. And I'm like, now by this is only like day 3, like day 2 or 3 in real time of like, I'm talking about day 2 or 3 of like we're knowing each other.
Right.
I'm like, dang, I just got the number, but I don't know nothing about the show. I don't know nothing about the process. I'm just like, I thought the process is to get to know everybody, communicate with everybody as much as possible. That's how I just thought it was going. So I'm like, what's she tripping on? What's the deal? Like, what's the issue? But I'm like, hey, you tell me, go have a good life. Have a good life. Cool. Boom. Leave it at that. I'm just like, okay, well, obviously this is not a connection. She ready for me to go. So we need, Tommy, who'd you say who was my bottom? Cool.
There was a school in there. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. My husband came in and he's trying to come in and hear the story because I make him watch the show.
Kira to a dog.
Comparing Kira to a dog.
Yes.
Come on,
And
bro.
Christopher himself, he said if I received what he got, I would have a different. I would say a different thing about my connection.
I remember that. Maurier, what is your biggest issue with what Chris is saying? What is your biggest issue? Because you guys agree on.
I'd be lying. The difference was there. Notice everything I asked Chris, he don't give me no yes or no question because he knows it to be true. He knows it to be true. That's why he's smiling. He knows it to be true.
I'm a non-threatening guy. That's why I smile.
Yeah.
So, but let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
How's your connection with Aries? If you like Jessica so much, why are you constantly trying to connect with Aries till this day?
Because
you know what I'm saying? So stop faking it, bro. It is what it is.
So like, show us some proof, Chris.
Here's the thing. You upset at me. Let me finish. You feel some type of way about me because the girl.
Look, she said, let's not talk about what we haven't seen.
Wanna like me. This has happened. Think about it. Because if you seeing Jessica treat me like this, now you mad at me, like that's lame. Like I don't want her, bro. Like this is what was going on. Like you don't play me like that. Because I've seen slips in the grass before because of enviness and jealousy, bro. Like it's not cool. And I'm telling you, I wash my hands, but you still want to play these little games and stuff and not keeping it real. Once I found out my connection, I stuck to my connection. That's that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out your way, bro.
See, again, this is where we have to correct lies again. Aries was so much of Chris's connection. He was sitting in front of Phil's lap in front of him.
I like Phil's. I like him. That's my dog.
Everybody connected. Everybody, wait.
No connection with no Aries.
Okay, wait. Aries said, keep her out of this. Aries.
Hold on, y'all. I think I got the clip. I mean, right? I think she gonna say. I said something in the chat, and she repeated it. Hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna say it all.
We did.
Ain't no Maurier still trying to connect with no Aries right now. Aries was dated. I said it on camera. Aries was more focused on other connections. Me and Aries were dated long time ago.
Dated her.
Okay.
Dated her.
All right. So
got it on text message. I got all the proof.
Hey, that boy let him screenshot.
So do because we got individuals that lie that can't prove not one example. Chris, where your screenshots is? Where your examples?
Why would I?
All this information you got. What are your examples?
Screenshot conversation and send to people. What type of man goes to the gym and take it to the women? Who pillow talk like that?
You the one. You and Lee.
You can pillow talk all day long.
You and Lee.
You and
Lee.
Yeah, don't bring Lee
every other woman.
Why are you bringing Lee to this?
Because that's what you was going back talking to. You was going back talking to.
Okay.
You was going back talking to. And see, and look, and I found that out to also be true.
I
got the text messages on them too.
What?
I got all the
Maurier, what you saying?
On what?
Got text messages.
On what? What you talking
on that you running back talking?
Now I'm running back and talking to Lee.
That you running back talking to multiple women in the group.
What am I saying? What am I saying? But
everything that was being said from calling what we were talking about. Comparing Kira to a dog.
Comparing Kira to a dog?
Yes.
Come on, bro.
And Christopher, so you...
What the hell? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ah, Jesus Christ. Wow.
So you didn't do that?
All I said, dang, a dog. Like I made a dog joke, but I wasn't comparing Kira to no dog. What that even sound right?
All right.
And that's
I heard what he just came up and slipped up and said it too. You heard it. He's telling on himself.
It don't even sound right. Come on.
Okay, all right, Maurier. I want this whole night. This has gone another way, but the whole night we're trying to give Chris an opportunity to respond to the fact that he when he was eliminated. Were you upset that you were eliminated? Was that part of why you were angry? Were you upset How did you feel about the elimination that happened in that way?
Oh, so all of that stuff happened prior to getting the statement, the elimination statement. So yeah, all of that happened way before that. Her telling me that I wasn't ready to love was the very, very last thing. Okay. You know, they just put it up in front. They'll put it in different areas to paint the narrative. So I had no problem being eliminated. Even prior to, I like, hey, I already got the numbers that I need, and the people I like, and I'm gonna talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't once you find somebody that you're interested in, you don't need to show no more. Yeah. At all. Because where do you go to game when you already know? Like, look on our social media. Look who's communicating now, who's hanging out, who's taking trips, who's doing all that stuff. That's real life. Like those three women, like I love them. They're good individuals, you know. And what gets me when they talk about as far as controlling or whatever, or women can't do this, they're all CEOs. They're all intelligent. They're all bosses. They're all strong Black women that I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they show me so much love. Yeah, in a good way. In a good way.
So that's what we're talking about, baby. Is the fact that a lot of times being a strong Black woman, being someone that's very ambitious in your career can be a turnoff. And so a lot of people watching yesterday were like, Jessica comes across very professional. Maybe it's just he can't handle a strong woman. Mm-hmm. So, Kamisha says it's still on interview.
Oh, Jesus. Now she's saying my name. It says, I told this in the comment, I say, I'm at work. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry. That was so tickled. That made me so tickled. Oh my God.
We just want to make sure that we're clarifying that there's a difference between being a career woman and being someone that a man is feeling is being combative.
I was listening to Mo earlier, and you know he was turn it off and turn it off. You know what I'm saying? So one thing, like a lot of men, I'm just saying, just in my generation, my age group, a lot of men don't like.
All right, no shade to the husband. I'm sure he said some thoughtful things. We have been live for over an hour and a half again. Lord have mercy, y'all. I'm about to go to bed with all this. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Oh, did I put this as my? Hold on, let me make sure I have it as. All right, y'all go make sure y'all go check out the merch. And make sure y'all stop by Friday, the premiere. I'll be at work, so it'll be a premiere. But I'll be in the chat, hopefully. I wake up at 7, and I'll probably be at work right when the premiere is starting. So make sure you guys, it's like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Check out the live, and make sure you are in the comments. And let me know. I had a new mic. The only thing I'm not, I'll be in the comments talking crap. All right, guys. Thank you, My Cheeks TV, for coming up to the stage and clowning with me. Y'all go check out the interview. It is on Crystal XO, from Crystal XO's channel, actually. And go watch the full live. And I think she had Jessica on the day before or whatever. Premiere my interview with Chris, the curveball. I interviewed him Tuesday, and I've been putting clips up all week. So should be up. My clips should be up there. Make sure. I don't even know if it is. Yeah, it's up there. So both my clips are up there. Where he actually spoke a little bit about Jessica. So y'all go check out those clips, and I'll probably put some more clips up before Friday. But other than that, y'all, I will see you guys next time. I love y'all. Wait, hold on. What'd you say? It was a hot mess, baby. But don't forget, join the membership so you get all the tea and more and behind the scenes.